So don't get stuck in the interruption. Let's say that you had the worst day ever. So let me tell you about my day. The beginning of the week, I'm trying to launch my dog designer ball business, and my sewer quit. She's like, called me, said, come pick all this up. I don't want to do this. You obviously aren't happy with me. Da, 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 da. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like pushing to launch in a few weeks and want to do this. And she's like completely just removed herself from it. So I had the idea of either freak out, like think, oh my God, or my thought was, you know what? Something bigger and better is going to come along. I'm going to find the most amazing person. I did not go to a negative side of, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I doing? I'm like, nope. I am thinking positive. I am going to there's Romans 8:28 that all things work together for good. All things work together. So I took the high road that God has got this and he's opening a bigger door, that he has shut this door for me because something is better coming along, so I needed to not get stuck in the interruption, which I have totally before gotten stuck in the interruption and had a pity party and things like that. This time I did not. I was like, nope, God has something amazing. And guess what? Today I'm super excited. I just had a call and I have a meeting on Monday with one of these major design studio in Los Angeles. They have all these designers who have everything. Like they're like on it. They're like, oh, we can have this. And by the way, this is not going to be such a big, this can be so easy to sew and to make. And it's not going to be a big deal for us at all on any level. We don't even, because I was like, she lost the pattern. And they're like, oh, we don't even need the pattern. This is going to be super easy. So there was just like no big deal. It was a blessing that this girl did this to me. It was such a blessing because God was like, we were trying to get lined up and like on my timeline. And God was like, that woman is not going to be the one on your team. I have somebody a million times better. And bam, like I cannot wait for the meeting. And she's like, we can get this launched quickly. So the moral of the story is do not get stuck in the interruption. That if the door shuts, God is opening something bigger and better. And you have to believe that. I mean, I have another story too. When I lived in New York City, this is years ago, I'd moved up there with like no money, and I had this job and had my plan C job, my plan B job, and my plan A job. And I got stuck in plan B and got comfortable. And I had this amazing weekend and came back to work on Monday morning, and they go, oh, I'm sorry. They took all my stuff off my desk, threw it in a garbage bag, and they said, you're out of here. I'm like, what did I do? I literally was just about to close a bunch of deals. Like everything was amazing. There was no reason for that. And they just did it. And it was super funny. And I had a dream like a month before that God was telling me he's like about to promote me and bless me in this humongous way. And I was like, I have no idea. And God, during that time, that season, gave me this crazy peace that passes understanding. So that I scrambled. I had tried to get my dream job on my own effort, and I had scrambled around everywhere and tried to do that, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't open that door. So anyway, I just took a job to get a job in New York City to figure out what to do, and at that just transition job for me to figure my life out, I was crying every day at my desk. I was like, I don't know. God had given me this peace to move to New York City. I passed understanding. It was like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, what is going on? Because I knew I was supposed to go here. Like it was like all the red, green lights of just such a crazy piece. So I met this lady named Tigger who was like, I told her my story because I was crying every day. I was working on her stuff. And she goes, you are amazing. And I know everybody in this city. And I'm going to call and I'm going to tell them how amazing you are. And I'm going to introduce you. And guess what? So got my dream job, and bam, within 6 months, the salary I would have made at that company was like nothing. God took me and elevated me like off the charts. Like the salary that I made was 100 times more. I mean, it like blew my mind. God raised the bar for what I should have. Like we should never limit ourselves. Like I was like thinking right here. And when I totally surpassed my silly goal, it elevated my thoughts of how we should be. Like God is like, so that's another story in itself, is don't get stuck in the interruption, because God wants to promote you, and make sure that, if you have your goal here, I think you should like raise it here. It's better to retire than what you think you're capable of, because God can open that door and make it bigger and better. So reevaluate your goals and make sure you know that you're partnering with a living God. So have a blessed day. So the story is, don't get stuck in the interruption, and dream big, because you have God who knows who's the biggest door opener of ever. So have a blessed day.